Hey guys, it's time to talk about my top three shows of the week. And third place goes to Homeland. I thought they did a really good job in keeping the intensity going and not really being sure which side Brody was on. When we first left, he was working for the CIA and he was going to be an asset there. And his job was to kill Akbari, who was the head of this huge organization, and have Javadi become the number two man. Well, who is the number two and was going to become the number one so that he would be able to work in tangent with the CIA. And of course, the mission when he had to go to meet Akbari face to face turned really quickly, and he turns out that he was going to meet up with Abu Nazir's wife instead, so that she could vet him to see if he was really telling the truth and if he was honest about wanting to have basically immunity over there. And I thought it was really good because we weren't really sure, again, which side Brody was on. It brought us back to season one when we weren't sure if Carrie was completely off of her rocker, if he was a turned soldier coming back from war. And, after you see what happens when he leaves the home of Abu Nazir's wife, and everybody's like praising him and wants to shake his hand, and he's like a figure, like a superstar. Like he becomes this larger than life figure that everybody wants to meet and praise because he bombed the CIA, or at least he's taking responsibility for doing it. And that really got me thinking, like, what if this was going to be the way the story was going to go, and have him become this person who was going to sell out the CIA, tell them everything that was going on. And of course, when he finds out that the CIA is pretty much about to take him out, he goes to see Akbari. And when he's sitting in that room, he tells them everything. He tells them that Javadi's not really working for him, that he's in with the CIA, that the plan is to take out Akbari so that Javadi can become number one and start working for the CIA. And it was crazy. And then boom, all of a sudden he hits him over the head and that plan is foiled. And of course, I don't really think they took the easy way out, but I think that they took out the easier storyline. And, because if he had really stayed, and if he had then become like this staunch, supporter of, everything that they do there in Iran, it would have been awesome. And the fact that the CIA had him, that they lost him, that they thought they turned him, and truthfully, they didn't. So that would have been really cool. So anyways, the way that the show ended, it was still kind of cool. He kills the guy, and then he's on the phone with Carrie, and he's like, get me out of here, because clearly he has no exit strategy. So, it was very interesting. We'll see what they do. I think next episode is their final episode of the season, and we'll see what happens. All right, my second show of the week was Scandal. Guys, this show is just so good. It really is. And it's just always just like there's layers on top of layers that they're always building, and we find out exactly what Mama Pope was up to way back 22 years ago, that she actually lied to her father saying that there was a bomb on the plane and he had Fitz shoot it down. And, we find out that there was no bomb on the plane. So she really just killed 329 people for no reason. She's basically a gun for hire, and she sells secrets to the highest bidder. And that is what she was doing. She was selling the secrets that she was getting from Rowan to these people, and they were using it and killing innocent people all over the world. So, Mama Pope, not so innocent. And we knew that that was going to be the thread that was going to happen once we saw that the woman could gnaw off her wrists. But still, it was a good reveal that that was what, the big secret was. So we also have Jake taking over the head of the B613. He's now command, which is crazy. And what is that going to mean? Rowan said you can cut the head off the snake, but another head is just going to pop up. And that is what is so true about this. Is Jake going to all of a sudden be this good guy that runs like the operation at Wonderland? Or is he just going to be like Rowan was? And you get the sense that Rowan did a lot of things that he had no control over. So I think watching the way that this plays out is going to be very interesting. And then, of course, we had Quinn, who was, working for Pope and Associates, then got tricked into having to work for Wonderland and part of B613. Then she turned and was going to go and kill Rowan, and then at the last second didn't. Quinn puts Huck put a tracker in her. She takes it out. She comes back to Pope and Associates, and Huck basically says, we're revoking your gladiator pass, beat it. And then she runs back into the arms of Charlie. Oh boy. Guys, like I said in my earlier review, I do like the story arc that's going on with Quinn. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I'm very interested to see what they do with her. Is she going to be working for B613 now that Jake is there? Maybe it might not be as bad as it once was. Is she going to continue to work for Olivia? Don't know. Not sure where that's going to go. Still crazy stories, and I can't wait to see what happens. And then of course we had Sally. She killed her husband. That opening scene, guys, was brilliant. It was well shot. It was so good. I loved every second of it. Cyrus was on the case, helped them clean it up with Charlie. I mean, it was just, there's so much happening. And now of course it looks like Sally's going to pull out of the race against Fitz. And then we also found out that her voice recording that she called with Cyrus when she had that conversation saying that she had done a bad thing was recorded by the NSA. Now David Rosen has a copy of it. Just bananas, okay? Unbelievable. And guys, I have to point out that when Rowan and Fitz were in that bunker room and he just eviscerated Fitz, it was brilliant. It was wonderful to see, and I hope that Joe Morton gets an Emmy nod for that performance alone. It was outstanding. Okay, guys, my number one show of the week goes to Arrow. I mean, this show is killing it this season, guys. I am so excited the direction it's going in. We got a lot of reveals. We found out who Sebastian Blood is actually working for, and it turns out it's Slade. That's right, people. It's our favorite man from the island, the person who trained Oliver into who he is right now. And now he is wanting to do everything he can to destroy Oliver, to take everybody that he loves and turn them against him, and then put an arrow through his eye. That's right, people. He said he wants to put an arrow through Oliver's eye. Oh my God. So that was a great reveal. The fact that we see how what's his name again? Barry Allen turns into the Flash was really cool. We saw that there was like a lightning strike and all of his chemicals, I think, everything happened all at once, and now he's laying there and he's got this stuff going through his face, and that was really cool. So if he comes back, I think that will be awesome for the storyline. I really like him and Felicity together, and just to see where they do with this. I heard that there might be a spinoff, whatever. I just really enjoyed Barry being on the show. I thought he added some great layers, and he would be great for the Scooby Gang. So I'm all for Barry coming back. Roy getting shot in the leg and then being doped up on that serum. So now it looks like he might be superhuman. I mean, guys, come on. This is just crazy. There's so much happening, and it's just really, really good right now. It looks like Oliver has lost kind of some control. Like, he was really in control of everything, and now it looks like he might not be running things as much as he thought he was. He was doped up on all this rat poisoning because he was to save his life, and he was having all these crazy flashbacks in this episode, and he had to see a flash of Shadow, Slade, and his best friend Tommy, and they were all really good flashbacks, or not flashbacks, but visions. And I've always said that the chemistry that him and Shadow had was really great when they were on the island. So see that she was dead really broke my heart. And I'm hoping, really crossing my fingers, that she's not dead, and that, when Shadow takes her off when they're on the island, that he somehow is able to use the blood from him because he's got the serum in him to save her. I don't know, guys. That's me just crossing fingers, hoping that storyline is not done with her. And that she ends up coming back to present day. And then, to see him have his fight scene with Slade in the present time during his hallucination was awesome. And then seeing Tommy say to him, listen, you need to fight, just when he was on death's door. Like, he was thinking that he wasn't going to be able to beat this superhuman. I mean, it was all just really good, guys. It was all really, really good. And I can't wait to see what happens when the show returns. I think it's coming back in January. I'm hoping it's not February. That's way too long. But guys, so good this season. All these characters that they're intertwining into this series is great. Everything is working perfectly, and I'm loving every second of it. So guys, let me know what your top 3 shows were this week. I want to hear what you have to say. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. I'll see you guys after I review. I think there's only a few shows coming on this week, but I will still do my reviews, and I will give you my top 3 shows. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Bye.